what I want to convey is the upper caste is controlling the political power, executive power, and judicial power. That is why, though Ambedkar, as stated in the Constitutional Assembly, we are giving one vote, one person, we are achieving political justice. It is not so. Out of 58 cabinet members, 32 are from central cabinet. I am talking about central cabinet, not Tamil Nadu cabinet. And in central cabinet, out of 58, 32 are from upper caste. That is why even in one vote, one person, we don't achieve the social justice or equality in the political plane. That is also in executive plane also, that is the same thing. They act in unison, all the three act in unison in a clever way against the principles of social justice. Earlier, one thing I just like to bring to your notice about the resignation of Dr. Ambedkar as law minister on 27/9/1951. One of the reasons cited by Ambedkar was that Article 340 was not acted upon after 1 year and 9 months. No commission was constituted to identify SCBCs to grant them reservation, while reservation was provided to SCs and STs, and that they were identified even by 1935 Act. That is why, but even thereafter, though Kake Kalekar Commission was appointed, it was not, he gave a report, that report was not acted upon by Nehru regime and also subsequent regime by the Indira Gandhi regime. Thereafter, also, Mandal Commission was appointed, that was also not acted upon by Rajiv Gandhi. Ultimately, it was acted upon by VP Singh, that too for only employment. Even in, therefore, that took such a long period for SCBCs. But in the case of EWS, that was done in one day or 2 days. That is how, that is the message. You let us understand. That is a view. Second thing I like to say is that sir, how the no use of 50% in the Constitution. Constitution nowhere say there should be 50%. Among the 9 judges, Indira Sahani, 2 struck a different note. One is Ratanavel Pandian from Tamil Nadu and T.B. Savant, but they were minority, and that should be left to the Parliament to amend what is a percentage. Why the courts have embarked upon fixing a ceiling of 50%? They are acting as a legislative body. And also the creamy layer also is not used in the Constitution. In fact, the last occasion I have spoken about the creamy layer. The creamy layer was rejected. The concept of creamy layer was rejected during the first amendment to Constitution. When the first amendment 15/4 was introduced, an attempt was made to bring in the economic criteria among the SEBCs to exclude them from the purview of reservation. That was rejected by 241/7. 241 voted against economic criteria. What I want to convey is impliedly what economic criteria cannot be a yardstick to determine reservation for SEBCs. The same way it cannot be a criteria for upper caste also. Impliedly, that was the constituent. It was a constituent assembly, though it was not a constituent assembly. It was before 1952. It was acting as a parliament when the first amendment was brought about. Therefore, either 50% ceiling or creamy layer, or by providing 50% to MD, MS courses in All India quota and 15% to MBBS. What is the power of the Supreme Court to frame such a scheme? What the political class, they cannot do in Parliament, this 50% and creamy layer and the All India quota. Therefore, they did it through the Supreme Court. And finally, that what I want to say is, as I already said, the whole scheme is about adequate representation. When the provision of 16/4 was enacted, it was a different, the draft is a different class. It was enacted that the whole argument was the backward classes. Article 16 uses the word backward classes. It includes SEBCs and scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. They said they are not adequately represented in for centuries together in the power structure. That was the reason. But what is what is there a data? Is there a commission about there is not adequately represented these upper caste? It is they are represented in politically, they are over represented. If the secretaries is concerned, for the cabinet secretaries, I am told not even one SCBC is a cabinet level secretaries, PMO office, and the top level executive. Likewise in Supreme Court. In Tamil Nadu, I want to state there was only one judge, Justice Bhanumati was there. When Justice Paul Vasudha was recommended, he was not recommended because maybe I don't know, because he was PAUL. I don't know. He was the Chief Justice of J&K High Court. Now Justice Sudhakar was overlooked, though he is a senior judge. I say he is a Sutra judge. He was overlooked. And another judge, Brahmin judge, I am not opposing his elevation, but both should be appointed because we have 75 strength in Tamil Nadu. There is only one representation. He is the only person. He was overlooked. That is why the entire structure, the structure is controlled by on all the spheres, either so political, executive side, judicial side, everything, and they are doing that. And in Indira Sahani, the Justice Jeevan Reddy judgment, they excluded various posts from the reservation. That is why the High Court judges and Supreme Court judges and defense services, they give a long list under the guise of the efficiency of administration. I don't know. That is because of all these are political reasons. Yeah, hence we have to make a big fight for this. It is not simple. In the case of Mandal Commission, they immediately granted stay. In the case of Maratha, they granted stay. But in the case of EWS, they did not grant stay. And when in Tamil Nadu, still date, we have not implemented, Tamil Nadu government, not though the erstwhile ADMK government was solely depending on the central power. Even they did not implement this EWS. They were given immense pressure on them. When the Tamil Nadu government introduced 7.5% reservation to government school students in the MBBS, that was withheld by the governor from giving assent. He was pressurized to give EWS assent. The EWS be implemented by Tamil Nadu government. But ultimately, the Madras High Court came out openly, and also there was a public anger. Ultimately, governor gave assent after 1 month. Okay, continuously, this is what is happening. They are controlling every apparatus, all the state's apparatus, whether be it is a political side or in executive side or judicial side. Therefore, it is very, very relevant now. People like Dr. Mohan Gopal should appear and advance argument and put forth the case. And when even in the SEBC's economic criteria was rejected in the parliament, the same way there cannot be economic criteria for giving reservation to upper caste, but particularly they are overrepresented. In fact, they control more than 70 to 80% of the state power in every structure, whether it is IAS or secretaries or board of directors or high court judges or Supreme Court judges, everywhere. This is the situation. Therefore, this is we have to go a long way to achieve our the goal of social justice. Thank you for giving me opportunity.